Now we need to tell whether the triangles are similar, and we need to check two angles. Actually, here we need to check three angles here. So we have 90-degree here, right? And we have 90 here. And so the other two angles sum is going to be 90, because 90 plus 90 is 180. So so let's just set up an equation. X plus 42 should be 90. So x is 48. And y plus 58 is also 90. So y is 32. So we have 32 here and 48 here. So we know that 48, 42, 32, 58. So it's not similar. And what about 41 and 41? And we have 74 and 65. So we need to check if x is going to be 65. If x is 65, then they are similar. So when you add all them together, 41, 74, x, it should be 180. So if you add these two, it's 111, 5. X is equal to 180. So minus 115, minus 115. So x is equal to 65 degree. So if x is 65, we have 41 and 65, 41 and 65. So the other one, y is going to be automatically 74. So this one, number 2, it is similar. We're going to learn about circle and how to find the circumference today. So if you look at the circle, the definition of circle is like the set of all points, like all points in a plane. Like it looks like a curve, but actually, like, if you put all the points that are the same distance from a point. So there's a point, and I'm gonna put all the points like same distance from this point in the center. So all the points. So you collect all the points, which is the same distance from this circle. It's going to be it will make a circle. And the point is called the center. So this point is going to be called center. So all the points from this center is going to be the same distance. And we call this red, like the distance from the radius to the point on a circle. It's called the radius. So the radius is the distance from the center to any point on the circle. And if you look at this green, like the green line passing through the center, right? And it's called the diameter, is the distance across the circle through the center. I need you to circle this, through the circle. So you might say, oh, can this be diameter? Can this be diameter if center is right here? No, these are not going to be the diameter. And the line passed through the center, this is diameter. All right, so the diameter, D, we use D, diameter of a circle is twice. So it's if you double the radius, it's going to be the center, because we know that like from the center to any point on a line, this is a radius, right? If you have another one, like the distance to another point on the diameter, this is also r, right? So we know that diameter is you double the radius. And what about the radius? What's the relationship between radius and diameter? So if you divide diameter by 2, then you will get the radius, right? So I really want you to remember, like, oh, radius, if you double it, that is going to be the diameter. This is a relationship between radius and diameter. You really need to remember this. So let's find the radius and diameter. So we know that the diameter, you see the line pass through the center. So the whole thing is 20. What about the radius then? So radius is half of the diameter, so which is 10 feet. So how did you get this? Diameter, radius is diameter divided by 2. So we know 20 is the diameter. If you divide it by 2, it's going to be 10 over 1. So 10 feet is going to be the diameter. And we know the radius. So we need to find the diameter. Diameter is equal to twice the radius. So we know the radius, which is 7, because it only, that this is a distance from the center to a point. So you plug 7 here. So the answer is going to be 14 meters. And then the distance around the circle is called the circumference. It's called circumference. And then the ratio of circumference to the diameter, this is E, is the same for every circle. Like if you have small circle, if you have like large circle, any size of circle, if you compare like the circumference, which is green, right? Circumference. If you compare the circumference to the diameter, which is a yellow, if you they measure this with rulers, they measure this and they found it like, oh, there is the same number, same ratio when you divide circumference by the diameter. So that number is called pi. That number is called pi. So the value of pi can be approximated as 3.14. So we have a pi day, in March 14, right? So 3.14, or if you want to use fraction, 22 over 7. But this is not exact value of pi, but we just find the approximate number for the computation, okay? All right, so let's look at this circumference of a circle. As we watched in the video, like another video clip, so the circumference of C is equal to pi times the diameter D, or pi times twice the radius R. So you need to remember one of them. You don't need to remember the whole thing, because the pi, 3.14, times by diameter. So pi is 3.14. This is a ratio. This is a number, okay? This is not like a variable. This is a number, actual number. And 3.14 times by diameter, or you can also, okay, so this is the circumference, right? So, but we know that diameter is, this guy is twice the radius. So can I just put 2r instead of diameter? I can do that. So that's why you get 2 pi r. This is really famous, 2 pi r, or you can put 2 pi d. So let's look at the example. So find the circumference of these two objects. So they said, oh, use 3.14, but for B, they said, oh, you use 22 over 7. All right, so I'm going to write the formula for circumference, which is pi. So circumference is 2 pi r, because we know the radius, I'm going to use 2 pi r. So I'm going to substitute 3.14 and the radius, which is 5. So I'm going to multiply these two first, 10 times by 3.14. So the answer is going to be 31.4 inches. And I repeat the equation, and if you plug in 28, then you will get 88 millimeters.